Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm gonna make a quick video. These are my top 5 crankbaits in the month of January. I live in West Georgia, so I'm fishing primarily Georgia and Alabama lakes, but this will definitely work a little bit farther south of me and up north for sure, but this is kind of like a southeast, geared towards the southeast for cranking in the month of January. So right now, we're about to have a massive cold front coming in, got a chance of snow. Water temps around me right now are like 51, 52, and I've actually caught some fish cranking the last few days. So to start off, this is not in any particular order. I'm just kind of going from like finesse to like the depth to a little bit bigger bait, all that kind of stuff. So a really finesse presentation to start is that Rapala Shad Wrap. That thing's been around for 45 years or more. Great bait. This is a newer one. But if you've got one of the old school, the old balsa, and I believe that's a number 6 right there. So I throw that thing on a spinning rod, put 6 or 8 pound fluorocarbon, chunk it out there, watch it flutter like a leaf, and wind that thing really slow. So if you've got really cold water or really clear water or fish are just not really biting, that little Rapala Shad Wrap. So that's the first bait I'm gonna look at. And you can vary, you could go up to a 9, a 7. They make a 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. I'm pretty sure that's the sizes that I throw, but that number 6 is hard to go wrong with that natural crawl color. So number 1, really finesse style, is that Rapala Shad Wrap. Up next, a little bit newer, but it's been out for probably maybe about 3 or 4 years now. Berkley Fritside. This is the Berkley Frittside 5, and I believe this is like a honey crawl or spring crawl color. Got that bright yellow and orange, and then a little bit of darker orange on the bottom. This right here is another good bait whenever, now not to say you can't use these 2 baits when the fish are really active and feeding, but if you've got really, really cold water or they're just not really being active that day, that Berkley Fritside, you can see it's a flat-sided crankbait, and it's got that, it's a square bill, but it looks almost like a baseball field almost, rather than a normal square bill. It's got a really tight wobble, really, really good bait to throw this time of the year. And these you can fish in similar depths. I would say the Shad Wrap and the Frittsides, you're looking at 5 foot or less. And on my bait caster, I'll throw that thing on 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon. So up next, this is where we're getting into like the crankbaits that I really throw a lot of the time. I do throw the Rapala Shad Wrap and that Frittside, but this right here is probably my favorite overall for wintertime and early spring cranking. And that Demon Rapala DT6, for a lot of y'all, you probably knew what I was gonna say right there. This thing has caught tens of thousands of fish this time of the year. DT6, it'll run about 6, 7 foot deep on that 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon. I love that Demon color, and you can tell this one's, it's been chewed on. And you can vary, like I said, you can go to that yellow and black, you can do a natural color, a shad color, it doesn't really matter. But this cranking video, for where I live, water starts to get dirty this time of the year, and even if my lake is not all that muddy, I'll run up somewhere where I can find some a little bit dirtier water. So my third crankbait, and honestly probably my favorite out of all these besides one more, is this Rapala DT6. So up next, this is a very similar bait, but it's got a different action. So this right here is a Bandit 200, old school Bandit 200. Once again, this crankbait right here is probably older than me. It's probably caught more fish on this bait than I have in my whole life, but that's just that natural crawl color. And you can tell, I'll compare them. The size is not too different, but that Bandit is a little bit fatter bait, and you can tell the bill's a little bit different. So like I said, similar size, but this Bandit has a little bit wider action. This Rapala is a little bit tighter, more finesse presentation, and this Bandit has rattles in it. So if you've got really dirty water or like a nice warm day, fish are biting pretty good, that's when I go that Bandit. So even though they're really similar, that's why I gave them each their own spot in this lineup. And then lastly, for my rounding off, number 5 is a Spro rock crawler. And obviously you can tell the theme of this is crawfish colors. So I got both sizes right here. Got that regular rock 55, and then I believe this is called a 45 or a 50. Both really good baits. It just depends on the water depth you're fishing. Like this one's that 8 to 10, and this is that, 11 to 14, depending on what size line you're throwing on there. But with this one, I'm fishing a lot deeper water. So I'm pretty much only gonna crank from 3 or 4 foot to maybe 12 to 14 with that big rock crawler. Looking for warm rock, fishing a rocky point, a clay bank, whatever it might be. But but that rock crawler is something you've definitely got to have this time of the year. And then lastly, this right here is the bonus kicker. So this is going to be if you've got, you know, maybe some extra money to spend, or you're lucky like me and have a grandfather that fished a long time ago and has all these old school baits. But that Wiggle Wart, not the Walmart Wiggle Wart, not some Storm whatever crap. This right here is a legit original Wiggle Wart. This thing on eBay, that red, now it's not the Phantom, it's not Phantom Crawl, but that red OG Wiggle Wart, I bet I could probably sell that thing for 80 bucks on eBay today. Only problem is, if I hang up a rock crawler, now granted, 15 bucks, if I lose it, I'm not happy. I go down to McKenzie's to get some more. Matt don't have too many of these in the store. So this is like my extra kicker that I'm gonna throw in there. So I will throw this bait, like maybe in a tournament or something like that. I might throw it in the ABT this year, but on a regular fishing day, this one here is staying in the box, but that is like my extra kicker. If you got some OG Wiggle Warts, send them to me or throw them on your local lake. And then for my 2 setups on these, I didn't get a spinning rod out, but you'll have to throw that Shad Wrap on a spinning rod. And you can see I got it tied on. This right here is a little 6'10" medium rod. This right here is actually a 7 to 5 to 1, which is a little faster than I would like to use. A 6 to 5 to 1, 6 to 8, that's what you need. So I'll throw the Fritside, the DT6, and the Bandit on this rod here. And then this one here is a 7'2". It's medium moderate. You can see I got a Rapala DT10 tied on this one actually, but I'll throw my rock crawlers on this one. So even if you mixed in, like I said, I got a DT10, not a DT6. Or if you mix in a Bandit 300, that's a good crankbait as well. But this medium moderate with them bigger crankbaits allows you to make a longer cast, get that bait down there where you need it to, and really load up on them fish when it's really cold water. But like I said, I'm gonna grab these baits real quick. So this right here, if you're doing any fishing this time of the year, and I probably just broke $40 worth of baits, but all these right here, wintertime crankbaits, that's what you need in the month of January. Just get a little pine straw in there, give them a little extra flavor. Like I said, that's what you need. So I thank y'all for watching this video, and I'm gonna try to get out fishing. Not this week, it's gonna be way too cold this winter blast we're about to get, but be on the lookout. I'm gonna be posting way more this year. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that button, tell your friends, make fake accounts, whatever you wanna do. But like I said, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.